This is my island in the sun.
Hi guys, Englishman and Malta here. Today we're over in Hamrun. You can see this is a very busy street. This street goes directly to Valletta. I was walking down the street the other day and this guy came up to me. He knows because I come a lot around Hamrun. He does like these handmade crafts of presepios at the Easter and Christmas times. And he said, well, he's going to strip down his work. He does like one of these exhibitions. He said, why don't you come over and have a look? And I thought you guys might be interested. I'm going to take you along with me. He gave me directions along this main street and down one of these side streets here. Everything handmade. He's been doing it for almost 40 years. So I'm expecting something great from this guy. Every 3 months he does something. Anyway, I'll explain more to you when we get there. We're just going to walk down a little bit here. A bit breezy here down the high street, so I hope you're not getting any wind noise. And I forgot my microphone. More trouble with the wind, eh? Okay, let's go and see if we can find him. This is the main church of Hamrun. This comes August, it's fantastic festa. This is the San Gaetano festa. Comes Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Sunday is crazy in the morning. I've got videos of it, so go over and have a look at the videos if you want to know about this place. Look at it now, and look at it when I'm done the festa. It's completely transformed. Okay, let's go and see if we can find Joe. He told me down this side street and let me see. Down from the church, he told me the church is just here behind me. You can see how busy it is here. This is a major road going into Valletta. The church is here, so walk a little bit down on the left and turn left. He told me Villambrosa Street. This is quite old here. Okay, let's walk down here. I'm going to show you exactly where this guy is. It's very interesting. He's working on these handmade statues, and there is a name in Maltese. It escapes me. But they do like different exhibitions. In English it's exhibition. I'll put it underneath what it is because you'll see the sign for it. You'll see it all over Malta because people do it everywhere. They do a Christmas one, Easter. But this guy is really interested in the Hamrun, the history of Hamrun, and he's been doing it for 40 years. It's incredible. This, you have to understand that this is everything handmade. So it's nothing bought. He makes everything, even the statues and the stones and the rocks, and every 3 times a year. But he's doing one this year especially for Hamrun Festa. He splits everything down. Bill starts building the next one for the Easter. So this year is a little bit special. He's going to do San Gaetano is the patron saint of this place. Come over the festa here. It's a fantastic festa. Lots of people, lots of drinking, lots of food. So he told me, let's walk down Villambrosa Street. Oh, down here I think it is. This is the place, I think just here. Joe, his name is. Oh, look, here's the sign. You see a sign outside. And Nasabi, I think he puts out here somewhere. Just around here. Oh, hi. Hi, Joe.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
It's Steve.
How are you?
How are you doing?
Welcome in.
This is Joe. He's been doing this for almost 40 years. Everything handmade. And you learned this from your father, you told me.
Yes. Actually, I got the idea because my father used to make a big Christmas tree at Christmas.
But mostly this is like a hobby, though. It's nothing. You don't earn any money from it, so
just a hobby. And he used to do it from ragazza, which is coal actually. But now there isn't that much coal anymore, and I'm started to use natural rocks.
This is natural. This is natural Maltese rock.
And they are built one on top of the other, Steve.
Yeah.
Without being stuck in anything.
So this is really interesting. He does everything handmade. So how did you get into this then, Joe?
Oh, the idea was that actually I took it from my father. He used to build up a crib at Christmas, and he would do it with another type of material. It's like rocks, but it is actually coal. It's called gagazza, and it was very popular in those times because people would go to valleys or to the harbor where they would find these pieces of coal and pick them up and then arrange them in a crib.
You got everything from local then, all these rocks and stones, everything was sourced local?
Actually, that coal now you won't find anymore. So when I started to do my own thing, I had to use rural rocks, just natural rocks which I picked
just
up.
From the countryside?
From the countryside and the seashore. I find a rock which is with points and holes because that is more actual. And then I used to start building it. And when you're building it, the rock itself, we'll show you, we'll give you an idea what you can do with it.
What's really interesting though, you do this 3 times a year.
Exactly.
And this we're really lucky guys because this is actually closed now. This is the Good Friday exhibition, and I was going to come over here but so busy over Good Friday with different marches and that. I saw this and I met this guy. He came in past my business and he said, why don't you come and have a look? He's gonna strip this you see it in a minute, he's gonna strip it all down. Then he's gonna start work. It'll be on the Christmas one you're gonna start.
Exactly.
And then he's got all this work now to Christmas. People come and I don't know if they give you like small donations or something like
Sometimes
that. Sometimes they just have a look around.
But a half penny or 1 cent.
But then,
you won't get rich like
but what's really crazy is this guy is really crazy because he strips it all down again. This is really hard work. And he does it again after Christmas and you start again for Easter, eh?
And then after Easter, I'll do another thing. I'm holding an exhibition on the life of Saint Gaetan. Saint Gaetan is the patron saint of Hamrun. His feast is celebrated in August.
Just as I said, sorry, just to let you know, we're actually in Hamrun now. I told you at the beginning we're in Hamrun. So you've been in Hamrun for a long time.
Oh yes,
you were born in Hamrun?
I was born here and lived here. I used to live on High Street down near Hollywood, and I managed to find a house on High Street further up.
And St. Gaetano is the patron saint of
And St. Gaetano is the patron
saint. It's the church where I was just started the video from.
I was lucky to have a statue of St. Gaetan on my house as well, because formerly the house was the 4th quarters of the Hamrun St. Gaetan band camp.
And he's been doing this for almost 40 years. It's crazy. You don't look very old, though. How did you manage that?
Because I'm crazy.
Okay, we're gonna have a look around. He's gonna show us, and he's gonna talk about the different points of this thing. It's the actual Good Friday. How did you say?
It's the Passion story.
The Passion story.
The story of the Passion.
So let's have a look.
From the Last Supper to the Risen Christ.
He knows more than me because I don't know nothing about these things.
The craziest thing about it is that what you're going to see, the rocks, they are not stuck. They are built one on top of the other, together with caves and
hard work. This is very hard.
And then I have to dismantle it and then do it again in different manner.
Okay, let's have a look then. He's going to show us now. Look, we just flick it over now and you see these. Everything is handmade. Statues, everything, and the stones. He put everything back into place. Explain. I'm going to go around this exhibition and show you little bits and pieces of it. Everything handmade, don't forget. And look at these guys, it's really interesting. So, yes, Joe, tell us a little bit about the story, yeah?
That's the first event of the Passion of our Lord, when Jesus Christ took his friends, the apostles, and had a Last Supper with them. He knew that he was going to die, because he was a prophet, of course, and then he had this Last Supper with them. Then from that place, they went to pray together, and he took them to the valley and the garden, which is called Gethsemane, the Garden of Gethsemane. There he left the others to pray on their own. He took 3 special ones with him, and he went to pray at another corner. In fact, all of them fell asleep, and Jesus alone was with the angel when he appeared to him, praying, because he knew that he was going to suffer a lot. That is special. And you can see the falling water, the rivulet across the garden, makes a nice noise when you're explaining the silence and the quiet of a garden where people are just supposed to be praying, but human nature as it is, and they all fell asleep. From the Garden of Gethsemane, as we know according to the story, the high priest and the soldiers and others came with Judas to capture Jesus. And we have the scene here at the entrance of the garden where Judas is going to kiss Jesus to show them that this is the person that they have to capture. And we have the scene here, Jewish soldiers, the high priest, and others who came with them to capture Jesus. From the Garden of Gethsemane, they took Jesus to the palace of the high priest, which we can see it over there. And whilst he was there being accused and being even beaten, outside the palace there was another scene. Peter had followed Jesus to see what was going to happen. And outside the palace there were soldiers and some other people around the campfire. And Peter went there to warm himself, but he was recognized. First there was a person who told him, "You were with Jesus," and he said no. Then there was a lady, and she told him the same thing, and again he said no. And then there was a soldier. He told him, I saw you when we came to capture Jesus." He told them, "I never have seen that person." And according to tradition and what Jesus had taught him, the cock crew for 3 times. Because Jesus had taught him that you are going to deny me, and the cock will crow to show you that you have made this dinner. From there in the morning, the high priests and soldiers took Jesus to the Roman governor, to Pontius Pilate, and they accused him that he was arousing the people to revolt, and Pontius Pilate was afraid of repercussions. And then he decided that he knew that Jesus was innocent. He didn't want to kill him actually, to sentence him to death. And he asked them to choose between Jesus and Barabbas, their notorious convict. And the high priest went around the people and told them to choose Barabbas instead of Jesus. And he sentenced Barabbas, he sentenced Jesus actually, sorry, lapsus linguae, to be condemned to the cross. As you can see, we have the scene with Pilate, with Jesus in front of, surrounded by a contingent of Roman soldiers. And then we have, from there, we see Jesus going up to the hill of Golgotha. As you can see, going up the hill, it's a very spectacular picture. You have Jesus carrying the cross, Veronica going to wipe his face actually, high priest following, people following there. Then there are the women with the children, the 2 convicted prisoners who are going to be nailed to the cross with Jesus. It's a very...
And these guys, these are all handmade. They're beautiful. They're really nice statues. And Vera, that water is very relaxing.
They are made of clay, yeah?
Clay statues, guys. This is really hard work. Can you imagine this? And look at this this stone here. This is Maltese stone. It's like
And
really nice.
The statues I do them not with forms, but on my own hands actually. Then you can see the rocks how they go up to form the hill. They are built one on top of the other.
Yeah, this is a lot of hard work here. And to think though, the most interesting thing, this is all stripped down again, and then he starts working on the... Very, you're a crazy guy. And he's doing it as a hobby. And just to get a few pennies reward, that's all he gets. But mostly, obviously, for reward. Oh, look how nice that is there. This is like, this is real here.
It's a natural...
Yeah, you see these. You know, when I go on my walks, guys, you see this everywhere, up on the rocks there. Look how nice even there. And if you think that windmills, we have a lot of windmills in Malta as well. I'll have to go around one day. There's about 6 or 7. So what's the next one, Joe?
And the next one is this picture up there.
Oh yeah, look how nice up there. Let me do a zoom in that.
Has been nailed to the cross. There is Our Lady underneath, Saint John and another girl with her. Soldiers all around. We have these 3 soldiers playing. Look at that with the playing for the cloth. It's according to the traditional story. High priest there joking, just joking at him.
It's beautiful, yeah.
And the 2 convicted prisoners who were nailed to the cross with Jesus. Then through this valley here, just underneath the hill, we have the funeral cortege, where Jesus was taken down from the cross, and they took him to a new burial place. We have Our Lady after him, Saint John, and then Jesus Christ just coming under from that arch, the funeral cortege. You can see how the rocks are placed one on top of the other.
This is really hard work doing this.
And then from here, they
You told me as well. This is nothing, no cement. Just you place it exactly.
Nothing, just placed one up on top of the other. Even this one.
Look at the faces on these guys. So realistic, eh?
And as you can see, the face of the pastores are very nice. Then from there, they took him to the actual tomb, where they prepared him for burial. You can see the ladies having jars, and Our Lady always after him.
Oh yeah, even the lighting is beautiful.
Then finally we have Jesus risen. He comes out of the tomb. The soldiers who were there, Jewish soldiers, just were thunderstruck because they saw the stone rolling out and the person who was supposed to be dead coming out in all his glory. And the story ends there.
Well, that's really good. Let me just show you around a little bit more, guys. You see how beautiful this is. This is just in a small garage he does it, eh?
Pardon?
Just in a small shop or garage part he used to be here. He had it for... Don't forget, this guy's been doing it for over 40 years. 3 times a year.
It's unbelievable how you can do it. Now I'm getting a bit tired. I'm getting up in years, and because when you're building it, you have to go up on the structure.
Yeah, but it's hard, so you don't damage anything. Huh?
Every rock which you place there, you have to come down again to see how it fits. That's the difficulty of it.
Oh, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. It was a really big surprise today because I met him out in the street there, and he knows where I work. Then he popped in. So when do you start on this? We have to strip this. Then when do you start on the Christmas one? Straight away, or you have a bit of a break?
Now, once you show me the result of your artistic work here, I will start dismantling it, and I will pull it down, and then start preparing for the St. Gaetan exhibition.
I've got a lot of followers now. They're very interested. We've got over 1,500 people following me.
That's
so,
good. So I'll have a lot of publicity.
Probably a lot of people not interested in religious things, but really, you don't have to be religious just to see the fantastic hard work that goes into this. And he's been doing it for such a long time. So you have a little bit of a break and then you start again,
yes,
and you have to take everything out.
Your friends, if they don't come for the actual exhibition itself, they would come to see a crazy person.
Yeah, why not? If you're over it, if you're over it in Christmas time, it starts what, a couple of weeks before Christmas. What do they call it in Maltese? This is what?
Prasepio.
Prasepio. So,
but the next exhibition, which is quite interesting, is the one about the life of St. Gaetan.
When are you going to do that then, Joe?
Then I'm going to do it for August.
Oh yeah, because we've got the
week
festa,
before.
Oh, so if you're in August, it's the festa of the St. Gaetan. Come, you look back at my ones. Sunday morning is fantastic. We have great fun in Hamrun. We have great fun. This is a big tradition in Hamrun. So you come to Hamrun. If you're around August, it's the 14th or something.
15th before the 7th. Actually, this year it's going to be the feast 11.
When are you going to open
so I start
exhibition
1 week before.
So 1 week before the festa of Hamrun, come and have a look at him. You'll find it easy. I'll leave a map and a link, so you have a look. Just round the corner, you'll find the church. You'll see he puts your signs out, eh? And he's doing the life of St. Gaetano. He was the patron saint of Hamrun. Come and have a look at the festa, because the festa is, I think, it's the best in Malta.
Oh yes.
I say that,
it's
but
fabulous.
we're going to have some fights now, because a lot of people think theirs is the best. Because in Malta, everybody thinks theirs is the best, but Hamrun is very big.
Hamrun has a big road.
It's the main street coming from Valletta, so if you're on holiday.
And it's full of people, boozing, shouting, waving flags.
They have good fun, tell you guys, they have good fun here. It's mostly Friday night and Saturday, Sunday morning
the best.
And then you have the church on Sunday night and the statue comes out. And come and have a look at him, he's just round the corner from the church. He'll be like, see Joe, say, hi Joe, Steve sent me.
I hope I won't be behind bars at the
No, he won't be. Anyway, Joe, thanks a lot. We really enjoyed it, and I hope everybody, give him the thumbs up. I think you have a Facebook page, you said you've got a...
Yes,
I'll give you the link of his Facebook page. Go and give him some love, say hello from Steve, and I hope you enjoyed it. Just something a bit unusual, but it shows how much work he really puts into this. And if you're in Hamrun, pop in and see him. Say, hello Joe, how are you doing? Thanks everyone. Thanks everyone. Bye and see you. Englishman in Malta. Don't forget. Thank you, Joe. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. And don't forget, more videos on the way, and I'm doing some live streams. So why not come over and see me every Friday? This Friday I'm over looking over the Grand Harbour. So don't miss it. Bye and see you. Englishman in Malta. Bye, see you.